It's Mario. Simple. Hello, everybody. Peter Grosso, Pocket Pete. Oh, wrong way. Pocket Pete. Here with Community Joe. Just want to have a short convo. I thought it'd be interesting as a new agent embracing branding and marketing and social media and pretty much everything that we teach here. Just maybe like checking in and seeing how the progress is going. Hello, Joe.
Hello, Pete. How are you?
Good. So tell me, well, how long have you been a real estate agent?
I have been a real estate agent since November 1st.
Okay.
That is my official start date.
Well done. And last night you signed your second listing. Is that right?
Yes.
Is that amazing? I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Now, yesterday you said something that that I love seeing. You said, "I'm like a real estate agent right now."
Yeah.
So, how do you feel? Tell me.
Yeah. I mean, that's when I said that, that's how I felt. Because I got another listing, which I'm super pumped about. My first listing, the closing date's almost here, so I'm excited for that experience and to see what that looks like. And now I have a new listing with some variables in it. So, and that's why people get a real estate agent, right? To help them overcome some obstacles. So they got to be out by a certain time. They need a certain amount of money, different things that are going into it. So I'm up for the challenge and I'm super pumped about it. And I felt like a real estate agent yesterday because I was able to do the listing packet with them, explain the paperwork, to the best of my knowledge. They were thrilled with what I said. And I walked out of there and I was like, wow, I'm like a real estate agent. So I felt good about that.
That's awesome. So, and you told me you watched our videos about me teaching or me talking out the paperwork endlessly, right? And you practiced on your kids?
Yeah. So, being a musician, and in my previous career, practice was something that we always preached a lot, right? The more you practice, the better you become. So I had a live version of you doing the listing packet, and I got a lot of great takeaways and a lot of good notes from it. But I found the video on the Remax app and I just kept watching it over and over because you were, diligently explaining what each piece of paper meant and how you go about it. And then I'm looking around and so I got my kids involved, my 3 and 4-year-old, and they were buying a dollhouse.
Nice.
And I just practiced with them. So I just wanted to hear myself out loud, say some of the things and borrow some of the things that I had learned from you. So yeah, that's how I landed there. And I was also watching the kids. So
so you killed 2 birds.
Yeah.
I love that. And this week, actually, I was traveling home from Pennsylvania this week. And I've been listening to a lot of motivational people. And one of them was Kobe Bryant, who just kept like every conversation was like practice. And that he was a failed basketball player as a kid. And that actually drove him to become one of the best ever. Yeah. That he said, fundamentals. I was the worst kid. And didn't score a point all summer. And then he went back and learned the fundamentals and practiced. And now he's the greatest or one of the greatest that has ever been.
Yeah.
So that's great that you do that. That's so important. It's something that I preach. I think I've said it a million times. Practice on your kids, practice on your dog.
Yeah.
So that, when you're saying it, you're comfortable saying it and you know it, you've heard yourself say it, you've improved it, and you're doing it. So I'm proud of you. Tell me about Community Joe. How has it been going becoming Community Joe? How is it going getting out there? What have you changed since day 1 being Community Joe with what I guess this is day 60 being Community Joe?
Yeah. I mean, I love it. It's one of the, it's one of the best things that ever happened to me, honestly. So, December 31st is a day where you kind of like reflect on the year. And obviously it's been a tough year for everyone. And, I lost my job, after 15 years. And out of all the stuff that had happened, during 2020, one of the best things that came out of it is I introduced the world to Community Joe. And it's been amazing. So some of the things that I've changed is just trying to, use my triangle of trust a little bit better. So for example, I had the food drive, and the food drive I partnered with Island Harvest, and it was great and amazing. And we did an amazing thing. We got 315 pounds of food. We really helped, feed a Long Island family for Thanksgiving. I had so much participation. It was super overwhelming. But at the end of it, when I was looking back and kind of self-assessing, the event, I didn't really get anything out of Island Harvest. So because it's a national brand. So going into my toy drive, I really wanted to get, my wife was like, why don't you use Toy for Tots and this and that? And I could, because it's all, listen, the end is all the same, right? The result is we're helping people, and that's what Community Joe is all about. But I wanted to pick someone that was, more local. And I found a foundation called Rosario's Giving Tree, and the family lives in Dix Hills. And now I formed a really beautiful relationship and friendship with them. And I'm fighting for them and they're fighting for me. And that I'm super proud of. So I was able to assess something and then kind of spin it really quickly, because Thanksgiving to Christmas is pretty quick, and find a community brand that I could fight for all year round, and they could fight for me all year round.
Right. That's amazing. And you adapted so quickly to that. And, that's something that I think we've talked about, and something that the triangle trust is such an important process of doing good and growing your business at the same time, and knowing how to pick who those people can be is really important, because the more business you do, the more good you can do.
Right.
And if you can develop those relationships where good is coming from your business growing and you building wealth for yourself, that's a win all around. So great job with that. Tell me how you got your second listing.
I have one of my best friends is moving to Texas. So that, they've been obviously supportive of me and following me, and, they're a family that is family, and, they love us, we love them, and they are moving to Texas. So it's emotional and it's bittersweet. And, I'm going to do the best I can for them, obviously.
Yeah. And those are the people that, and I've always found that the people that I'm referred to, or the people that are in my life, it's so important to not only do great for them because you care about them, but also they are the megaphone to all the other people around you. So like that experience has to be special. And that, and that's something that we've talked about extensively. And I know they're gonna feel how much you care. They're gonna feel a unique experience, and it's gonna grow within that circle.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a tough one, but it's all for the right reasons, and I'm honored, honestly, to be a part of it. And listen, if I didn't become the realtor that I am, and I didn't do my videos and really try and give back, I don't, they have other realtors in their life, honestly. So the honor was that they chose me, and people have been doing it for an extremely long time. So that was that really hit home when they chose me, because they have other choices.
Right. The good thing is that you were in their face though, right? Through social media and being in front of them. And one of the things that, I think that I drilled into you, but I think ultimately Nicole drove home, was that you were all community, no Realtor Joe,
Right.
for a bit.
Yeah.
And you changed there too. You did actually probably the opposite of what most people do. Is you found your brand and you found your mission before the world even knew you were a realtor.
Yeah.
And you almost forgot to tell people you also.
Like, oh, by the way,
So
Yeah.
you started this really cool Monday. Tell us about what you're doing on Mondays and like how you've transitioned a little bit to make sure the world knows that you also, not only are you Community Joe saving the community, but you also real estate.
Yeah, I think, listen, we've definitely had many conversations, and you've said it to me a few times, but for whatever reason, when Nicole said it, it really like was a punch in the face, and it was on a Friday. We were at an open house and she said it to me. And I think that weekend, I worked on the concept and the ideology behind what I wanted to do going forward. And I think on Sunday I worked on the whole Monday morning update. So I had also like recently taken a class where the instructor was saying, like, if you subconsciously put something out on social media every week at the same time, people will start looking for it, even though it's not like a scheduled thing. But if you do every Monday at 10 o'clock, people subconsciously will start looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of took that into account, and yeah, that's how I said, like, I got an audience, so I think the Community Joe, the good part of Community Joe was I got people to pay attention to me. And now that I have their attention, I want to let them know, like, I kind of know what I'm doing, right? And I can help you, I can help you sell or buy. So that's how we came up with the Monday morning update. And it's 2 minutes. I'm committed to it. I haven't missed a Monday since Nicole punched me in the face, and I'm going to do it every single Monday. And it's just a 2-minute clip of something that I either learned during the week, because again, I'm new and I'm learning new things all the time, or something that I see and I grab a hold of it. I say, you know what, I'm going to use this for Monday. I think this is a really cool topic and people might be interested in it.
And what makes it special for you, and what makes it probably easier to do and more authentic, is that you're doing something like you love Saturday Night Live, and this is like a work off of like the Saturday Night Live.
That was the other kind of point. There were 3 things that got me to the update. So the punch in the face from Nicole, the doing something the same time every week from the class that I took. And then, to your point, I haven't missed a Saturday Night Live episode since I was about 15. So I love it. And one of my favorite parts of the show is the update after the musical performance. So
when it comes too. Okay. So yeah, I guess I didn't realize you knew like exactly when the news update comes.
Well, when you watch it every week, it's the same time.
Yeah. So, and I think that's really important to, like you found something that you're comfortable doing, that you're excited to do, like, cause you love Saturday Night Live. You're like, I want to kind of play off of that because it's fun.
Yeah.
And that makes it easier to do. It makes it more authentic, and it helps you be Community Joe when you're being yourself. So that's awesome. So what are you hoping for in 2021, and what are the goals or knowledge you're demanding of yourself to make yourself the person you want to be in 2022?
Yeah. So my goals are to have a little bit more of a routine, whether it's a social media routine, a Community Joe routine, and being a realtor routine. So that's something I'm big on. And, I just started, so I'm trying to find my roadmap for each and every week. But on Monday at 2 o'clock, like I want to know what I'm doing every Monday at 2 o'clock, and so on and so forth. So that's one of my goals. And the other goal I have is, I want to expand Community Joe. So somehow I'm trying to figure out how to expand it beyond the following that I have, behind the the people that are following me on Instagram and Facebook, and trying to reach more people, because I'm proud of it. And I think I have a lot of ideas and a lot of different things that we're going to do for the community and for outreach and for making, my neighborhood and my community a better place. And I want to be a part of that. And I want to expand it to other businesses.
Yeah. And that's going to come through constant outreach and the triangle of trust, right? You expand your audience by getting in front of other people's audiences.
Yeah.
That's the goal. And that's, when that pizza event, that my first slice of pizza in 8 months happened because I saw an opportunity to help a brand new business owner sell some pizza. I know that relationship is strong. We spoke on the phone after that, and he was incredibly thankful because he gets it. Like, it's his first pizza place in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
And he's scared. So every business owner lives that way day in and day out, terrified, not knowing if they're out of business tomorrow. So any person that comes along and goes, let me help, they're superheroes to you.
Yeah.
So like we as real estate agents who have an audience have this great opportunity to be superheroes for other businesses, and it comes back. And that, and that's something that I can't stress enough is that's where there's growth where people just don't tap into.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. So, and to your point, I gained like 30 friends in one day on Facebook from just being affiliated with Rosario's Giving Tree. Like he had tagged me in something and she wrote something, nice about me. And I started getting all these requests, and same thing happened to her. She gained a whole bunch of
it's an audience share, and those people are advocates for you now. They know that when they see you, they think of her and the good that you do. So you're tagged and branded as someone that does good and must be good. And they're at some point when real estate's on their mind, you're gonna get an instant message.
That's the goal.
That is the goal. Yeah. Growth through goodness.
Yes.
So, all right, Joe, anything else to add for potential new agents that may be starting today? How do you get a good 2 months in?
Yeah. I've said this before, like, just get yourself out there and make videos and become comfortable with being uncomfortable, because it's awkward and it's quirky and it's, sometimes stupid, to be frank. But just do it, because every time you hit click you are increasing your chances to gain business every time you click post. So just get out there and post stuff and make videos, and you will, and not even that, since I started doing this, I've talked to so many people that I haven't spoken to in 30 years. So many. It's like mind blowing, the people that have contacted me, and I love your videos. Oh my God. It's almost like when you make a video, you're reconnecting with people on a different level than just an instant message or a text. They see who you are and they hear your voice, and it is something different about it. And people that I haven't spoken to in forever have been contacting me, and it's a great feeling. And I feel great about that, because, you lose touch with people. Yeah.
Yeah. Real estate, being involved in it has really helped me reconnect with and get some friendships that never would have reconnected, and so it is a blessing that way when you put yourself out there and you remind the world who you are, and, and they're like, oh, there's Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, oh man, I missed that dude. I haven't seen him since college. And,
Right.
And that's what happens. It's crazy.
All right, Community Joe, continued success. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
What's your next project?
Well, I got a couple of clients
Right.
that I'm working with. So I have 4 buyers. So I'm scheduled. This morning I was scheduling some things for next week. And I got to get my new listing. I got to get the virtual tour done, and we're going to get it photographed, and we're going to get it on the market.
All right.
And we're going to have an open house next weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Awesome. You're killing it. Incredible start. I can't wait to see how high you fly.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, man. I'll see you soon.
All right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.